Brittney, when you were like 26, you thought you was bigger than the program, shorty. Like, there was a time online, you're the baddest. You were Ruby Rose before Ruby Rose, man. Where every that was popular wanted a piece of you. Of course, when you, like, low-key at that point, you had so much the pick of the litter. When you got with PJ Washington, just looking at it like, damn, he's lucky. Because you were the baddest everybody wanted. But Father Time is undefeated. You got a kid by him. You're not 34. You're not 26. Like, want to fuck you? Do niggas want to build with you? Do everybody want to pop out with you? Do they want to be on your program? You wasn't getting down with your program. At that time, you said you knew you was that hot. You like, yo, I could get another athlete that's 100 million of. What the I'm not saying here and this is. Here's the thing. That's why I keep trying to tell everybody. Nigga, everybody's lying about, bro. Like, why you think you special? So you thought you was the hottest 8 years later. There's another 22, 23-year-old chick. Nigga, Kevin Gates found a 26-year-old chick. And he was just like, I'm good. This is me right here.
Yeah, let Akademiks know, let's get on Discord. Since you want to gap, that's all you want to do is run your suckers. Because I ain't never ducked nothing. I've never ducked anything. Y'all said Andrew Tate was going to tear me up. Y'all said Kevin Samuels, rest in peace to the Godfather, was going to tear me up. Fresh and Fit was going to tear me up. Akademiks was going to tear me up. Joe Budden was going to tear me up. Who else? Men have a problem with...
Look at you. I think it's the observable reality. I don't know what you are waiting on, like some catastrophic event. It's not going to look like that. The wall is subtle, makes no noise. All right, it's quiet. You can hear a pin drop. And she's sitting here like, all these people telling me I'm cooked, but they didn't tell you you was just going to fade off the earth. You'll still be here physically. All right, it looks different, like we told you. We can see the misery in her eyes.
Yes, your chance encounters with guys you desire are going to become slim to none. You know, you're going to start finding yourself in this doo-doo riddled dating pool that all the other sisters talk about. That's what it looks like. And I like this. Brittney Renner, she ain't like the rest of these. She ain't going out quietly. She ain't smacking into this wall silently. She is going kicking, screaming, frothing at the mouth. I'm here for it. Let us know how bad it hurts.
Yeah, and I don't agree with Akademiks when he said that everybody was wishing that they could be PJ and everybody was, because people weren't really like that, because people were looking at her like, why are you at this college, watching these young players and getting with this young man and, potentially ruining.
High school. Yeah, she was grooming that boy when he was in high school.
Oh, see, yeah, that's doing too much. So people weren't really checking for her like that. Now, I will admit, I used to watch Brittney Renner like about 10 years ago when she was out because she did her fitness videos and she would put up her workout videos and all that. And that was cool. That was motivational, because she does have a nice body. We have to give it to her for that. But above all else, the software is all over the place. And she's really going out sad, but it was already written, before. People had already predicted what was going to happen to her. She didn't capitalize and do what she needed to do, because she, at one point, she could have had something figured out, but now she's back in Mississippi looking down bad. I think that wild white gene that she has, she's starting to age like spoiled milk. Hair's not done no more. It's just not looking good. So hopefully she figures it out. But at the end of the day, this is a tale for all women. You can't be moving around wonky like this.
When you can't be bought. Men have a problem when you use your voice.
Because they think that you shouldn't be talking because you're a girl. You should shut up and suck their dick while they treat you however they want to treat you. And you should be happy. Because you could be a broke bitch somewhere else. And then they tell you nobody's going to want to be with a single mom. Please. That's the majority of the men that I've been in my DMs are men who don't have any kids and want several. And they love how I mother my son. So somebody's lying. So Akademiks, if I fell off, why are you still talking about me? Why are you using my clips for money? Why do you keep doing segments about me? You literally have my number. You could have called me.
Here's the deal. We talk about this so much. If these men in your DM were so great, you would not be single. Hence the show, Single by Choices. So we talk about this all the time, how these women will come up here and brag about validation from men that they don't even desire. They have no desire for these men, but will use whatever gratification these men gave them. Be like, y'all told me I was gonna hit the wall. Y'all told me I was cooked, but there's men in my DM that want to wife me up. Well, why ain't you with one of those men? Because they broke and dusty, or they don't look how you like, or whatever the case. So then why brag about those men that can potentially be your man?
Because they're there. And they're there. It's something. Something's better than nothing, even if she don't want it. That's a wild way of thinking, but that's what keeps her warm in the cold nights. She go up and down her inbox, and his meat pictures. And I will have to imagine, shout out to Sister Ebony Dean. She do got a nice body, but you know why? I can understand why men won't want to acknowledge that, because that's all they rely on, Sister Ebony Dean. Oh, my body look nice. Tui. But since her body do look nice, like I said, she got probably over 20 guys in her inbox confessing their love and lust for her, and that's what's gonna keep her afloat.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, these people are DMing you. That's because they just want to hit and quit. Nobody's really taking you seriously, which is why you're back in Mississippi with your mom, because ain't nobody really coming to save you at this point. You kind of exposed yourself, when you were talking about all the things that you were involved with, and the whole situation with your baby's dad and everything. No one's going to take you seriously. Yes, they will. The young men might use you for target practice, or they might want to hit and quit, but they're not going to take you seriously at the end of the day.
Like, what will your legacy be? Like, what are we talking about? What are you about? Can we talk about your drinking problem or no? I just think it's ridiculous that, like, to ask for a man to not cheat is asking for perfection. Loyalty is entry level relationship stuff. Y'all act like I'm speaking motherfucking Swahili.
Well, here we go. It's not reserved for you. Loyalty is reserved for wholesome, God-fearing women, if you will, not for harlot baby mamas. Ain't nobody about to be, loyal and monogamous with you. You have forfeited that life experience from the man that you desire.
This is the same woman talking about loyalty as being a barrier to entry. This is the same woman that was dry humping on Charleston White on the internet, just live when it was recorded. Like, just shut up. You are a public dry humper talking about honesty and commitment and monogamy. Just like you said, Sister Nice, like it's just too much. It's just too much coming from her.
Yeah, and when she was on that podcast, I believe she had a little sip or two of something, which is why she was up there twerking on top of Cyclops, better known as Charleston White. So yeah, she was already moving wonky. She converted to becoming a Muslim and all that, and now you got all these things going on. Nobody's going to take you seriously because you're not taking yourself seriously. She had a small window to capitalize and make something shake, and she just didn't do it. And now she's going on, talking about everybody else and what they have going on. No, focus on what you have going on, why you're back in Mississippi. And if you don't turn things around, you're going to remain in Mississippi and you're going to be single for the rest of your life.
I will say as we're talking on this, is what's sad about this is if she's not just putting on, as they say, for the gram and the clicks, maybe I don't know if you can make money off of that. But if this is really her mind and she's stuck there, I feel sorry for her as a woman, because she will be in misery, like a level of misery, and you just get older and more miserable, and then you get mean, and it's just horrible.
She miserable, mean right now.
And I would say, this could be karma. Some folks make the bed that they have to lay in, so we can't feel bad for folks when they make said bed.
Yeah, may karma do what they deserve. I'll leave it there. May they get the karma they deserve.
Yeah, and let this be a lesson to all the young women out there who are watching, because Renner, she's a beautiful woman. She has a very nice body, and this just goes to show that that's just not enough. If your software isn't right, if you're not willing to be up under anybody's instruction, it doesn't matter how fine you are or how many men want to have sex with you, who's actually taking you seriously. That's what matters most. You only have a small window of time to figure it out, and you don't want to be in the Brittney Renner category, because in a couple years, give her about maybe 5 or 10 years, she's going to be on that Tom Joyner cruise twerking on the top deck with all the rest of them, because she's bound to go there.
She's going to be a hit on that Tom Joyner.
Yo, I feel crazy. I want to be there. Okay. And to address Akademiks, you saying that I fell off. The irony of you saying that I fell off, but yet you did a 15-minute segment talking about me. And let's be really clear. This is a pattern that you do. You're so quick to talk about my relationship with Kevin. That nigga said the reason you do all these segments about me is because you're secretly in love with me. Are you going to address him? Or you just address women? You don't address these niggas for real because they're going to do you something. Okay? So you don't know these niggas. You do not know what they think about you. Okay? You literally... the thing about it, Akademiks, is that we were supposed to do business together at one point in time. I had recently hit you about me and Selena maybe doing a pod or doing something together. So it's like you did not give me the common courtesy of calling me. You were not curious. You just went on you went on a rant. Like you were so angry. Like you gave this nigga clout. You did this. This guy all kinds of ways because you want to me. You love me, Akademiks, and you've been in love with me for a long time. That nigga was not lying when he said that. Like, what are we talking about? So, talking about something, I became Muslim for him. I wasn't even talking to that nigga. I was 6 months. Like, he popped out of nowhere. Yeah, talking about some Kevin loved you. I don't care what he said. Yeah, he did. And he still does. Because, nigga, if I can inspire you to get up in the middle of the night and go write a 12-minute diss song about whatever the fuck, nigga, I still got you. You're not as indifferent as you play. And also to my baby daddy, PJ, I know you're going to watch this because I know your dream is to stream. You wish you could stream instead of having to go to, never mind, practice. But stop fucking playing with me and stop fucking playing with our son.
You a lie and the truth ain't in you.
This is a miserable soul. They better keep an eye on her. She mess around and try to take herself out because it can't get much worse. And a lot of these folks don't want to live with the reality. So she talk about Kevin Gates, I still got you. You made a diss song about me. No, he got you. You are so tied with that man. And then her baby daddy, you still coming for him. Go sit down somewhere. This is her content. Just sitting around talking about all the men she done slept with.
She tried to say PJ Washington is going to watch this because he would rather be a streamer than making millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars playing a sport that he's great at and loves. I've been said it. The end result, the final curtain call for these baddies, these IG harlots, the Brittney Renners, the Joy Taylors of the world, it is grim. I don't know what y'all see, how it is grim. Do y'all see them, growing old, some retirement home or something? No, they shall go out in a blaze of glory. Hold the glory.
Yeah, and like I was saying before, she's a beautiful woman and very nice body, but you guys can just see in her face. It's like she stays up every night crying, and look at her sunken in eyes. She doesn't look happy. You can have the most beautiful body and, at one point be at the top of your game, and then look how you look if you don't take care of yourself. There is peace with being able to get along with a man and to be in a relationship and loving a man. You don't wake up with bags under your eyes. You wake up and you make breakfast and you do the things that you need to do for your family. And I'm sure he doesn't want to be a streamer. I'm sure he's very happy in his career. And you actually are wanting to more money and stuff for the kid. And if it wasn't for him being in the NBA, you wouldn't even be having the money that you have. So focus on your streaming and what you can do to bring money into Mississippi and to get yourself out of this bind. Because next she's going to be calling Nate, because she's in a bind right now and she has to figure it out.
Speaking of the eyes, if you look at the picture with the young man and when she was younger, her eyes had life and they're lit up. and there's a smile in her eyes. And look, both of the pictures that you're frozen on, it's like there's that window to nothing eyes look.
It's
So,
over. Because
yeah.
there you go. She with the brother. I think that's PJ Washington at the top there. Yeah, she hugged up with a millionaire with child. Life was trending extraordinarily well. And then
Well, this is pre-child. I would say this is pre-child. So he wasn't even into his riches yet. She was just forecasting. You know, like I said, she'd been grooming this dude since high school. So she was gonna cash in on that and let him pop a baby in her.
You know what? She kind of did cash in, but not the way she thought. Yeah, she thought she was about to be getting millions a year. Easy work. And I'm happy for her. That child taken care of. Good for these harlots. I'm happy that it appears that this justice or injustice system is starting to take somewhat of a turn for the better and just not allowing these harlots to run away with the king's gold. We ain't feeling sorry for these ninjas knocking up these harlots. But god dang, like, come on now.
On everything I love, babe, Fed's building a case. Okay? And you keep playing. Okay, that's why you're gonna get traded. That's why no good is gonna come to you.
Wow.
And you keep talking about the Lord and you want to carry that Bible around as a prop. Boy, if you don't stop. What did the Bible say about them children? Because you're okay with doing what you're doing to our son, and you got your other fucking kids living a certain kind of way, and you think that, and people think that shit's funny. You think that nigga got over? You think that shit's cool? That's fucking deadbeat behavior. You're a fucking deadbeat.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
Y'all can't have y'all cake and eat it too, as they say. You can't be the side piece or some disgruntled baby mama and want the same lifestyle as him and his current wife. The man is married with another child from his wife, and you want your kid, you and your kid, to live the same lifestyle as her and her kid, but they live with him and they are married and they share a family. You are the disgruntled baby mama calling him a deadbeat, a man who gives you over $5,000 a month. All right, over $60,000 a year he gives to you, tax-free, deadbeat.
It don't work that way. Thanks for pointing that out, Mr. X. Do y'all realize that? That's what she just said. This is how entitled these women are. Having these kids they really don't care about. They only had these kids to try to tether themselves to another man's riches. Oh, you got a pool installed in the backyard? She want one too. You just bought your wife a new car for Christmas? She want one too. Yeah, that's what she really thinks. Then that way you won't be a deadbeat. If you do everything she says to the T, maybe she won't call you a deadbeat. Maybe.
Yeah, but the problem is she fumbled the bag. She was in position to live the life and to be married to him and have the family with him. But she was just thinking short-sighted. She was just thinking, okay, if I just get knocked up, then that's going to be my meal ticket. When she, like that Chris Brown meme says, you're thinking small, you got to think big. Or what's that little crackhead that had that meme about you got to think big. But she definitely fumbled the bag, and it's unfortunate. But the child support is supposed to be to support the child, not to support you. That's supposed to help. That's the $5,500 or whatever he's getting. That should cover the school supplies that she was asking for and all those other things. You have to make something shake for yourself. When you guys broke up, that doesn't mean he's supposed to continue with your lifestyle. If you can afford to take care of that baby, give that baby to the father and have the kid live with the new family and everything. And then you can have visitation rights, and then you can be on child support.
They don't work that way. There was another story as of lately, some TV celebrity harlot. I know some of y'all seen it, where she was going live and she was filming, and they announced that she got custody of her kids. Or no, that her divorce was final. She cheering, she all happy, and it's like, her attorney was talking to her and said, oh, by the way, he only paying like $5,500 in alimony and child support, and she broke down in misery. She wasn't happy that she got her kids, because once she found out that her kid having custody of her kids did not come with a hefty price tag, she said, no, you can have them. I thought they was going to come at least with $50,000 a month. 55,000, 5,500 ain't going to cut it, baby.
And then she seems so unhappy. And how is she talking to who will she get talking like this?
You're okay with doing what you're doing to our son, and you got your other kids living a certain kind of way, and you think that, and people think that shit's funny? You think that nigga got over? You think that shit's cool? That's fucking deadbeat behavior. You're a fucking deadbeat, and I'm always gonna have, my issue is always gonna be with you. Now, if you let people get in my mix, well, okay, well, shit, let's all settle up then. Cause you be letting that shit. The reason that you're even still married to that bitch is cause y'all keep trying to prove a point to me. Ooh, cause that's what it is. Cause she's also the same bitch that invited me and Paul to Thanksgiving back in, what was it, 2024, said that she went through his phone multiple times and couldn't find anything. How did you catch him cheating? But did that make a video? Did y'all know that? No. Girl.
Now she being messy. Talking about your wife reaching out to me, asking me for tips. How did you catch him? I need to figure out who he's sleeping with. Give me tips on how to catch him cheating. Yeah, this is just wicked.
That ain't what happened. That's not what happened. She is unhinged. Most likely the wife was poking and prying and just, how'd you catch him, girl? Just bull jabbing, and now she's spinning it. Instead of what it was, the wife just probably trying to be cordial so that PJ can get his kid. She like, oh, your wife is inquiring how to catch you cheating, even though she didn't find nothing. It makes no freaking sense. The motto, you're going to look for something, you're going to find something. She didn't go looking for nothing. She ain't find nothing because wasn't nothing there, Brittney. She was just lying to you.
Yeah, and she keeps inserting herself into the equation that he has with the new wife and the new family. And I promise you, he's probably not even thinking about her just into a point about the kid. That's it. He don't care what she has going on. And Niecy, I'll say to you, you're a woman. You know this. If you really had something shaking, you wouldn't even be worried about what he had going on at that house. If she came out here and had a man and had something else going on, it wouldn't even be a problem. The problem is all these DMs that she's talking about, all these celebrities that are hitting her up and all that. Nothing is panning out, and that's why she's dipping back into that old pool. Trying to insert herself and make herself relevant again when she really is not. Let that man have his family and new wife and new situation, because your time is up and he's not thinking about you, boo, at all.
Yeah, she's stuck in a time warp, and that's exactly right, Ebony, because all this yapping and all this negative yapping, and then it's like, okay, you deal with these men. You knew what you knew the men that you were dealing with. So if they don't come home, or they do come home, or they don't come home, like, you're surprised. I mean, what's going on? But definitely, like what you said was an excellent point. All this yapping like this, like who are you going to? Are you attracting men? Are you drawing who? What is her goal? Right? What is her, and is she getting her goal with this presentation?
I don't know if she's trying to gain anything. She may be past that point. I think right now she's just trying to cause as much collateral damage as she can. Hence why she keep interjecting herself into PJ and his wife's relationship. She wants to cause collateral damage. That is all.
And I would say most of this is her job now. So most times she's live streaming on, one of these Kicks or Twitch. And so she's trying to get subscribers and viewers and money and gifts and super chats or whatever. So this is just content at this point.
Egregious. And the beat goes on.
Yeah, she should definitely be paying attention. She needs to be figuring out how she can make money online and really make something shake, because she's down there in Mississippi You know, she's got her little Biloxi blowout that she probably got done at Hair Masters. Her hair was nice and done up. She had that nice little LA bob or whatever she had when she was with PJ. And now she's with the Biloxi blowout. And this ain't it, boo. You have to figure it out.
That part. So we're going to go ahead and send Brittney to church. She needs the Lord in her life.
Amen.
We know that this is one of your all-time favorites.